do you have? What do you have? You're watching the Atlanta Late Show.
Another Friday night, Chuck.
Friday night in December, the new year is quickly approaching. Welcome.
Welcome. It's good to be here hanging out with you.
We're here every Friday night, midnight to 12:30.
Chuck, I don't want to waste this time. We've got valuable airtime. We're reaching 19 counties?
Right.
Almost 1 million homes. We're reaching all throughout the metro Atlanta area.
All the major counties in North Georgia, we're there.
So, Chuck, I want to talk about something important tonight. Very important. What if half the population of America is nuts? I mean, what if half the population of America, the half that voted Donald Trump in, are nuts? What if just half the population is just downright crazy people? Crazy people. But now they're becoming the majority, and they put somebody like Trump. What do we do? Trump, doesn't it? I mean, Chuck, doesn't that scare you a little bit?
Saying the inmates are running the...
Yes. There was a little restaurant. This guy walks in with a gun. Walks into this restaurant with a gun. He is a Trump supporter. He goes into this restaurant to investigate it because it was a fake story that Hillary Clinton was running a child sex thing with children or whatever out of this restaurant. It was a fake story. He goes in there. He's a Trump supporter with his gun. He wants to investigate the story. This is a true story.
For him to believe that, he's a nut.
That is the typical Trump supporter. So what do we do about it, Chuck? Seriously, what do we do about it?
That is so far from the truth. You know, Obama brought a segment of population to the polls that had never voted before.
Crazy people.
On this side.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, crazy people. And on this side, Trump has brought another segment of population out that has never voted before. The pendulum swung from this side to this side.
They're getting ready to have a KKK rally. I think it's in North Carolina to celebrate Donald Trump winning the election.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter. They do matter. You're absolutely right, Chuck. They do. Black Lives Matter. Taiwan. Are you following that story?
You know what? We're going to have one of the most unconventional presidents in our history. You know, he takes a phone call. What's wrong with that? And you know, you saw Obama talking about, well, what's he going to do? Wave a magic wand? Well, yes, he did. He picked up the phone and he talked to the guy at Carrier, and he made a deal. Before he even took office, he made the deal. Yes, he waved his magic wand. He put his business experience to work on the telephone.
There's two reasons.
Obama says, hey, could you call this person for me? Could you get this done for me? Trump's a doer. He's going to do it himself.
What has he done? I'm serious. What has he done? He hadn't done. There's two reasons, possible reasons he talked to the person in Taiwan. He wants to build a hotel there, and he doesn't care if he upsets China. He doesn't care if we get into a nuclear back and forth with China, as long as he gets his hotel in Taiwan. That doesn't bother you a little bit?
You're speculating.
I'm not speculating. This is for real. He might be built, or he just doesn't have a clue that he shouldn't have spoke to Taiwan, that he was going to upset China, which he should have known, but he doesn't take his morning briefings. He doesn't take the briefings, so he's just clueless. But now the Trump supporters saying, well, it's genius what he did. What Donald Trump, he's a negotiator. So he's negotiating, and since he started negotiations earlier, and now he can take this back, that what he did with Taiwan, he can pull it off the board, and I won't recognize him anymore. It's genius. No, it's not genius. He had no clue. He had no clue. He's building a hotel or he's clueless. Which is it? One of the two. Pick one of them. Clueless, hotel. Which one is it?
He's building a hotel.
He's building a... What if you found out he was building a hotel? They're saying now this call was set up 2 weeks in advance. 2 weeks in advance.
By who?
I'd read it on CNN.
Same side about the pizzeria?
Same side about the pizzeria. The same side about the pizzeria. CNN is CNN has got like double the audience as far as 25 to 54 audience than Fox does. Fox average viewer is like 68 years old, and they're not, and the younger people are not coming in, so Fox's audience is dying.
Then how does Obama blame Fox for losing the election then?
I didn't hear that, Chuck. I don't think he ever said that.
Yes, he did.
I don't think I ever heard that. I don't think I ever heard. I think that's the first time I've ever heard that mentioned.
No.
What do y'all think? Can you put the email up here, Chuck? Put the email up here. Get their But no, this is just, I'm terrified. Chuck, I'll just tell you, I'm terrified. Downright terrified.
What are you afraid of?
What if half the population is just nuts? What if we've come to the point, you seen the movie Idiocracy?
I have not.
Oh, it's a movie where these two people are frozen and then they wake them up in 500 years and they find out when they wake up, the average citizen's just an idiot. Everybody's an idiot. Everybody's an idiot. And they wake up, and these are two average people. When they wake them up, they're the smartest people on the planet. We've woken up. I mean, it says, I'm just terrified of Donald Trump being president. I mean, you have to be a little scared. You're not a little...
Not at all. But like I said, he's man, is he going to do things differently?
He's going to wing it, Chuck. Yeah, he's going to be unprepared and he's going to wing it like he did with Taiwan. Or maybe it was brilliant. He wants a hotel. What is he going to do different? Seriously, what is he going to do different?
It's yet to be seen.
Yet to be seen.
I mean, people when people are watching like a movie that's got them on the edge of their seat, they keep watching because they don't know what's going to happen next. That's where we're at with our president. We don't know what's going to happen next.
I think it's like you're walking in to manage a business and you're just clueless. You're just clueless what you're doing and you're going to wing it and you're just hoping when you wing it something good happens. That's what he's going to do. He's just hoping something, I'm going to do nothing and just see what happens. You know, and just kind of, just call me just if I got to answer, and just see what happens. That's what he's going to do.
Why do you think it's taken him so long to pick a Secretary of State?
Well, he's got to pick somebody that will be confirmed. And Giuliani, I don't think is going to get confirmed. I think Giuliani's, he's not going to get confirmed. Mitt Romney, I don't know if he'd get confirmed. Petraeus is a pretty smart guy. I like Petraeus. Who do you like? I like Petraeus. I like General Petraeus.
You know, I haven't done my homework enough to know who I like.
I like General Petraeus, and he's talking to General Petraeus. Doesn't that strike you as kind of funny that he's talking to General Petraeus?
Why?
General Petraeus supposedly, you know, he had classified documents and he let his girlfriend see them.
That is true. I remember that.
And here they're after Hillary Clinton. They want to crucify Hillary Clinton. I mean, crucify her. And she didn't do what he did. He took it to a higher level, what he did. And now all of a sudden they're looking at him for Secretary of State. You don't think that's just a little hypocritical?
It is.
Dang gum right it is. I'm terrified. I love my country. Love my country. And this guy just scares the bejeeters out of me.
Send Dave an email and calm him down. The email address is right there at the bottom of the screen.
Chuck, I need a break. I've got to take a break.
Image screen printing and window tint can print your stickers, vinyl graphics, and vehicle wrap designs. We use the latest technology in window film to cut patterns for your car with precision cuts. Image is the only authorized Lumar window film dealer in Cartersville since 1988, offering a lifetime warranty on cars, trucks, big trucks, and commercial professional installation. We also have a large assortment of apparel to choose from. You can pick out colors and see available printed shirts for ideas and logo designs. Image makes custom yard signs, banners, magnetic signs, business cards, and much more. Call us 770-386-0025 or come visit us at our new location, 301 North Tennessee Street in Cartersville, right next to Weinman Stadium. Go Canes!
Hi, I'm Don Weathers from 24 Bell Bond. We're located on Xena Drive, just right down from the jail. You can't miss me with this big bright yellow building and the red trim. And there's my phone number right there. Put it in your phone. Keep me on speed dial. You never know when you're gonna need me. But I guarantee you when you do, I'm gonna treat you like family, and we're gonna get you out of jail no matter where you're at in the state of Georgia. We have several locations, so it doesn't matter what you're charged with or where you're at, we're gonna come to your rescue. We're gonna get you out of that old stinky jail. You call me 770-382-2424, and we'll be there when you need us.
This is BJ Thomas, and you're watching the Atlanta Late Show.
Welcome back, everybody. You know, Dave, you were a major player in the Atlanta radio market at one time.
I was a player.
He made all of the national. He made some national news because he provoked a guy into beating him up, Skinny Bobby Harper, what was the TV show WKRP in Cincinnati was modeled after Skinny Bobby Harper.
Bobby Harper was on his way down. You know, Bobby Harper peaked, and then he was at WSB doing something which he had no business doing. He was hosting the morning show with Kathy Fishman, and he wasn't, I don't think he was the best at it. And I just don't know if he was a happy guy. And Kathy Fishman was the meanest woman I'd ever met in my life.
Really?
Oh, my gosh. She's just... You know, people have attitudes and they'll give you lip and stuff and they'll mess with you and pick on you, but I could walk down the hallway and she could just point out something about me and and really bother me, get under my skin. And it was meant just to be mean. That's the way she was. She was just mean to me.
She didn't like you.
She did not like me. And she just cut me.
And you know what? I bet she was glued to your show every night.
Well, she talked about me on the morning show and stuff, which was good for me. It helped get people to listen to what I was doing all night. But gosh, she couldn't stand me. And I made one insulting comment at her one time on the radio. And then Bobby Harper the next morning asked me, he says, wait for me, whatever, when I get there. I said, okay. And so next thing you know, I said, leave me alone, has been. And next thing you know, there's a fist coming at my face 4 times. I'm up on the face 4 times. And Jeff Van Note yanked him off me.
Former Falcons player.
Former Falcon, Jeff Van Note. And I was in shock, absolute shock. Now, part of this was probably my fault. A little bit. I'll take a little bit of the blame. I was mean to Kathy Fishman on the air, but I was hitting back, you know, because she was hitting at me every single morning on the radio. So I was hitting back. And it got me on the front page of the AJC 2 days in a row. So it was a very good thing that happened.
I remember that. Now, so you know a little bit of the inner workings of that on that level.
Sort of.
So what's going on with Herman Cain?
Herman Cain was horrible.
You don't like Herman Cain?
Herman Cain I thought was horrible. I didn't like...
He's saying was.
Herman Cain's gone. I mean, he's going to do the local Atlanta, but he's not going to do the syndicated bit at the end of this month.
Right.
It's already been announced. So Herman Cain is not going to have a syndicated show. Now he's still going to do the Atlanta, and Cox Communications still going to broadcast him onto a few of the Cox radio stations.
I think he's going to be on 4 stations now.
On which Cox owns.
Right.
But he's not going to do the syndicated, which was probably from Neil. He took over from Neil Bortz, probably a couple hundred stations all throughout the country. And Neil Bortz was great. Neil Bortz was the man.
He was. Neil Bortz was a genius.
Right. But I think Herman Cain he had no business doing it anyway. I just don't think he had any business. He was not a... Did you like him? I mean, you like the guy?
I find him entertaining sometimes.
Now, if he was any good, he'd still be doing it. I mean, he's good as far as doing Atlanta, but he's not any good doing for a national show. I don't think.
I find it interesting that this happened after the election.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. It just, it's, you know, he was a huge Trump supporter.
Was he?
Oh, big time.
Well, why didn't that...
So is this a backlash?
You said he was a Trump supporter.
Right.
Why is it a backlash?
Well, all these stations we're not going to carry him anymore.
Because he supported Trump?
Trump won.
So I would think that would help him then if he supported the winner.
If the GM of these other stations and these other folks, you know, the mainstream media was all over Hillary. They loved Hillary. They played 7 minutes of sound bites talking about how this was going to be a huge landslide for Hillary.
The educated people in America supported Hillary.
They said the same thing.
Well, it's true. The educated, you get all the college professors, you get the Bill Gates, you get the Zuckerbergs, you get the leaders, the top of the class, more or less. They all supported Hillary Clinton. So you're absolutely right. I understand why all these PDs don't want Herman Cain.
That's my thinking.
He dumbed down their radio station.
That's just mean, Dave.
I mean, it is true. All the educated people liked Hillary. All right, what do you think local radio in Atlanta? What do you think about talk radio?
There is no local radio in Atlanta.
What do you?
I mean,
There is local radio.
There's radio.
What do you mean there's
not like it used to be. Everybody wants to be syndicated. Everybody's reaching out to everybody except who's here at home.
You know, that's true. We got Kim Peterson. What do you think of Kim Peterson?
Kim Peterson is a nice break on occasions.
He laughs too much. I find it painful when he's got one of his callers calling, and not one of setup callers does the, and then him and his cohort, they just as loud as they possibly can
The laughter.
laugh. Oh my gosh, it's painful. Could you imagine this guy's in your living room? Okay, and then somebody says something funny, and these two guys just, oh my gosh, you're going to scare the kids. You know? It's just not real. If you're out and about it, you're at a company party, and somebody says something funny, and then these two people start laughing, and then just, wow, I mean, 20 people away, you're just, oh, that hurt. That's what they do. Can be, it's just, and it's not sincere, it's fake. Other than that, I think he's great. No, I don't see it at all. He said on the radio he's making 1/3 the money that he was making at WGST. 1/3 the money.
And they're replaying his show at night. And he's irritated about that.
Why is he irritated about that?
He feels like he should be compensated.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Buddy, you're lucky to have a job. You're lucky anybody's just, and these PDs, they're just afraid. Oh, Kim, you worked at radio, you know, and they're just, and you know, Donald Trump, I don't want to say anything positive about the guy because the guy scares the bejeeters out of me, but the guy is so out of the ordinary, so out of the norm, he won the presidency. That's what they need to do with talk radio.
If you could ask Donald Trump one question, what would you ask him? One question.
Will you take a drug test?
It's a pretty brilliant question.
Will you take a drug test? If you're up at 3:30 in the morning, the guy's like, what, 70 years old? When you get a certain age, you need to sleep. You need 8 hours sleep. You don't need less sleep. You don't need 4 hours sleep, 5 hours sleep. When you're up at 3:30 in the morning, numerous times, texting or doing what your Twitter, or doing the tweets or whatever, there's a reason for it.
Will they take his Twitter away when he becomes
No,
when he's sworn in?
It's like drunk dialing. It's like drunk. You know, you get drunk. Oh, let's see. I gotta talk to so and just, and that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. I don't know if he's doing that or not. I would like the guy to do a drug test.
Why are our elected officials not drug tested? They work for us.
You're absolutely right. I totally agree with you. Why aren't they drug tested? I'm for that.
I'm for that.
Do you know what I think? If you put that on the ballot, say I would like random drug tests on our politicians, our senators and congressmen, overwhelmingly, I think people would vote for it.
I agree.
Because you just like to humiliate the people. You just, oh, it's mean. I'm going to make them do a drug test. I think you just, I would, wouldn't you? But it'll never be allowed because they'd never pass that. No, we're senator and we're congressman. That's no. And the president, give the president a drug test.
Random.
How do we set it up? Vote for me. You know, if you came out with stuff like that, you'd win. You know, I really think people just, I want drug tests on her. Of course, you'd never get it done. Our local senator, Zaxby, what's his name, Zaxby? Who's the guy? Who's the, God, I can't think of his name. But yeah, he needs to be tested. He needs to be tested. I think he needs to be tested. I don't remember his name, but he needs to be tested. Email Chuck. Put the email up right here. Let him. What's your opinion?
We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Tim from Treasure Chest. The weather's changing. The only thing that's changing around Treasure Chest is an inventory. We have new sofa sets that starts at $4.99. We have rugs that start at $79. We have table sets that start at $2.99. Mattresses starts at $129. Come on by at Treasure Chest. We have a large selection of used inventory. 927 North Tennessee Street. Like us on Facebook. Beautiful Cartersville, Georgia.
Thanks for stopping by Treasure Chest.
The roof keeps the rain out. Your doors can open to new adventures every day, but your floors hold the footsteps of your life. Quality floors at affordable prices. For all your life, all service flooring. 1331 Hiram Ackworth Highway, Dallas, Georgia, 678-464-3446.
This is B.J. Thomas, and you're watching the Atlanta Lake Show.
Boy, it flies by on this show, doesn't it, Chuck?
It does. The night goes by pretty quick. You know, I watched the show last week, and before I knew it, it was over.
Yeah, I did too. I sat there and I said, man, and I tried to be unbiased. Just sit back and watch it, and I'm thinking, man, those two guys are good.
Unbiased.
Unbiased. Man, those guys are talented. That's what I was thinking. I didn't, you know what I mean? Sit back watching.
Here's what I would like. If there's a school teacher, you know, school teachers are pretty creative, and sometimes they'll set up and scan the channels. If there's a school teacher out there, I would like an email and ask, in your school, do they still teach cursive writing? Because outside of this show, I run another business, and I interview people all the time. Anybody under 25 years old cannot write cursive. When I have them print the name, sign the name, it's the exact same thing. And I ask them.
No.
Yes.
When they sign their name?
They print their name and they print their name. I say, you don't know how to write cursive? So, when their grandparents or their mom and dad leave them a memento behind that's written in cursive, what are they going to do?
They can't read it.
They can't read it. They might be a bunch of money waiting for them. They don't know it because they can't read it.
But
you used to have the big tablets. You know, you had the tablets with the big wide lines.
yes,
And the big fat pencils. And all the alphabet was on that tablet in cursive. And you had to learn the alphabet in cursive.
are you sure they don't teach it anymore?
I don't think they do. I would like that to be confirmed, but no one that I interview under 25 years old can write cursive.
Still, if you wrote me a letter in cursive, it just, like, what is this? I'd have to get you to redo it because I wouldn't be able to read it.
You wouldn't be able to read it.
I can read it, but no, if I go to a museum, okay, there's a museum and all the presidents have got letters. You know, they've got letters and you can read letters under glass, and but next to it, they've got it printed out. They've got it printed out. I never try to read the cursive. I read the printed out version.
What a brilliant art that is, though. I mean, you go back and look at some of these letters from the 1800s and early 1900s. Beautiful penmanship.
I'm on a website. I go to a website. I read the news, CNN News or Fox News. They never put it out there in cursive.
Well, of course
they
not.
could, but they could. They could
They
put it
could.
in cursive. Why don't they put it in cursive?
They should try that.
Nobody would read it. It would annoy me. What the heck is, what is that? It would just, because everybody's writing is different and it blends. And the printing to me is, if I was going to write you a note, I would print it because it's no doubt you can read it quickly, other than you trying to figure out, is that an F or is that a J? You know, I agree with that. You do away with cursive. I totally agree.
I want someone to write Dave an email in cursive. Can you do that Can you do that on a computer?
No, I don't think so. I
think
agree with that,
I think
Chuck.
you can.
I agree with doing away with cursive writing. I think it's, but you have to have your mark. You know, you have to write your name in cursive, I would think. You have to have your mark. So you're saying when they sign their name, they print it.
Yes. Because how can you sign your name if you don't learn cursive?
And you see a lot of that.
Everyone under 25. It's a fact.
Well, I didn't know that. So they're not teaching anymore. You don't think they're teaching anymore?
I don't think they are. I would love for that to be confirmed, though.
I'm kind of uplifted by that, though. Don't waste the time teaching. I'm kind of, just makes me feel good. We're not wasting that time in education anymore. I like that.
Maybe we'll bring a school teacher in and have a chat with them about today's education.
I would like to bring a fourth grade teacher in here, bring in history, and then give us questions, see if we can answer them.
Yeah, you want to embarrass us.
I want a fourth grade giving basic history questions. I would like to do that.
It'd be fascinating.
Or maybe we'll step it up and bring a sixth grade teacher. But yeah, I'd like to do that. Wouldn't you like to do that?
Yeah.
Who discovered Alaska? You know, could you?
I have no idea.
Yeah. All right, right back.
Hey, I'm Jerry Richmond, City Muffler. Me and my dad opened this place up 20 years ago. If you're fair to people and honest and do good work, people will come back. We have a good reputation. It's worth your drive to come to City Member because it's a family-run and honest business, giving you an excellent job, good price, and guarantee. We're at 214 North Tennessee Street, Cartersville, Georgia.
It's that time of the year again. FYI Diabetes has partnered with Food Depot for the annual Drive to Cure Diabetes campaign. Starting November 21st and running through the holidays, you can visit your local Food Depot store and make a donation to help fund a cure for diabetes. 100% of the proceeds will go directly to the Cure Diabetes Now Fund for the Faustman Lab. The Faustman Lab is currently in the Phase 2 human clinical trials using the BCG vaccine to cure type 1 diabetes. This is a cure that exists right now using a generic vaccine. We need your help, and every donation makes a difference. Please visit your local Food Depot and make a donation today. Together, we can cure diabetes. You can learn more about FYI Diabetes and the Faustman Lab at FYIdiabetes.org.
This is BJ Thomas, and you're watching the Atlanta Lake Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Dave, you talked about wanting to possibly bring a teacher in and ask us questions. Here's what I want to do on one show. I want to bring someone in and blindfold you.
Okay.
And I want to put smells under your nose.
Okay.
And then I want you to tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. That would be fascinating.
Are you serious, Chuck?
Well, for example, when I smell crayons, I immediately go back to elementary school.
Okay. So you want to know what I'm smelling?
I want to know what smell.
Okay. Okay.
And trust me, we will not have one where he answers the men's locker room.
No, I mean no. So these would be real smells. This would be a real, like, here's a banana or something.
Yeah.
I mean, here's
or
real.
a coconut.
Here's coconut.
A pineapple.
Really?
I think it'd be fascinating. I think it'd be entertaining.
To smell stuff.
And we'll have, we'll get an intern that will handle that. I would also like to have an email board, where people send us emails and then we go over to the board and pick one off and read it.
I would like, that'd be good too. I would like, right here, we could have something behind us, something right back there. You're right, absolutely, that'd be neat. I'd like that.
And we'd have our director throw a dart. And wherever it landed in the email, whichever email it landed in, we'd go get that email and read it. Darting for emails.
I like that. I like that a lot. Darting for emails. Darting for emails.
Dave, with a big dart.
Darting for emails. Okay, I'm sorry, people. I apologize. Darting for. Are you serious, Chuck? Come on, Chuck. We're in 800,000 homes, reaching almost a couple million people out here, and you want to do darting?
I was kidding because I'd get hit in the forehead with a dart.
Oh,
I wouldn't trust anybody to throw a dart.
We need to bring some people in here, bring in some, I don't know, bring some people and play some Twister or something like that. You know what I mean?
We have a huge set. You don't see it.
You don't see it, but this thing's enormous. Yeah, I love it.
So we'll take you on a tour one day.
We got to go, Chuck.
Everybody have a great night. Come back next week.
See y'all.